Hello, and welcome to Zach's Kitchen, where I cook gourmet food such as organic grass-fed banana for $7.99 and orange for $8.99. Come to Zach's Gourmet Kitchen now. Yeah, I'm in the kitchen. It's like really hard to find a place to record, so here we are. Once you get a fix here, you'll probably want to start whipping out 6 skids left and right while bombing down some sick San Franciscan hills, because I know I did when I first got my fixed gear. But there's a learning curve for commuting and for riding a fixed gear. Now here's 6 problems that almost all first-time fixed gear riders should expect, and what to do about them so you can enjoy riding to the fullest. Number 6. If it's your first time cycling seriously, expect some soreness in your thighs for the first few months of riding. But fear not, all that soreness just means that your muscles are getting stronger, that you're getting faster, according to me, who has no medical training whatsoever. You might also feel some soreness as you sort out your fit. Fit is essential to enjoying your bike, and it's a process of trial and error that just takes time as you dial in your saddle height, saddle and handlebar angles, for position of your saddle, etc. If something other than your legs and your lungs are hurting while you're out riding, there's probably something that needs adjustments with your fit. Be patient as you sort this out, and you'll be more comfortable with your bike as you ride it more. Also, prepare to crash. In my eyes, it's not technically your bike until you crash on it, and it happens to the best of us. Number 5. Riding in traffic can seem pretty sketchy at first. 2,000-pound hunks of metal fly past you at 50 miles an hour with only a few feet, and if you're lucky, a white line on the road, protecting you from being a red smear on the pavement. Well, that was dramatic. But riding in traffic is pretty safe if you do it right. The best thing you can do to be safe in traffic is to be predictable and use the road as a car would use the road. Using the full lane might make drivers angrier, but if you're making them angry, that means they see you, which means you probably won't get hit unless the driver literally wants to murder you. Luckily, most people aren't murderers. It's true, look it up, and riding in traffic is much safer than you'd think. Most people just wait for a good time to pass, they pass, and everyone's on their way to where they need to go, alive and well. But Zach, sometimes drivers like this one will try to pass as close as possible, or honk and yell angrily because there's nothing that pisses them off more than seeing someone enjoying a ride on a bicycle. There will be times where you'll have to deal with angry drivers. Some drivers just don't respect cyclists and don't realize that they have the ability to literally kill us. You can learn about the best way to deal with angry drivers by clicking the card above. It'll open up the video in a new tab and you can hop back over to this video and finish watching here. Riding in traffic will feel sketchy, and the best way to get comfortable riding in traffic is to just ride in traffic more and obey traffic laws. On another note, I played a bird dating simulator where there's an edgy biker bird that prides herself in her edginess by obeying traffic laws. And if we're obeying traffic laws, I'm legally required to wear glasses while I ride my bike. But obeying traffic laws can be cool. Number 4. Another way that you can get used to commuting is to find routes that have the least amount of traffic, which means you'll get lost finding the best routes. Most people, if they're unfamiliar with biking in an area, will often take the most obvious routes, which most times are the best routes for cars and suck for cycling. Finding the best routes takes time. Sometimes you'll take a wrong turn and have to backtrack, but a lot of times you'll take a wrong turn and find an even better route for bikes. The more you look at Google Maps and ride in those areas, the better your routes will be. They'll be safer, more relaxing to ride, and faster than your original routes. When I first moved to San Diego, I rode about 8 miles on El Cajon Boulevard, a street that doesn't have bike lanes, has a lot of traffic, and averages speeds around 40 miles an hour to get to downtown San Diego. When I was out on a casual weekend ride, I found out that there's a residential street that has about 4 times less traffic than the road I was taking, and still went to where I need to go. After living in SD for about 2.5 years, I'm still getting lost and finding bike paths and shortcuts that I never knew existed. The routes are out there, and oftentimes they're not on navigation. So get lost, go on an adventure for finding the best routes. Number 3. I feel like I sound like a broken record because I use that phrase way too much. But flats are inevitable, and you need to know how to fix them. I learned how to fix flats just by watching YouTube videos and then doing it. It led to a lot of pinch tubes and frustration, but that's the best way to learn. Do it yourself. If you want to smoothen the process of learning how to fix flats, go to your bike shop or co-op when you get a flat, and real people can show you the best practices. Flats blow, but knowing how to fix them will make them blow less. Number 2. Toe overlap is common on fixed gear bikes because of the aggressive geometry. Toe overlap is when your foot hits the front tire when turning at low speeds. For some reason, it bugs a lot of beginners, but don't worry about it. It's a fact of riding an aggressive geometry bike. So keep riding and you'll get used to it. Number 1.
Sorry. I started biking to work. Josh does it, and he lives a lot farther away than I do. And also, it saves gas money, keeps me in shape, helps the environment, and now I know it makes me really sweaty for work.
Biking is sweaty. To lessen the sweatiness, clothing is key. The best clothes for anti-sweat are cycling specific, like jerseys, bibs, and shorts. I personally don't like cycling clothing, so a rule of thumb that I go by in the fall is to just wear enough clothes at the start of my rides where I feel a little cold, and to bring extra layers in my bag. During the ride, you'll warm up and sweat, so feeling a little cold at the start is a sign that you've dressed correctly. To combat the smelliness and sweatiness of biking, carry a post-commute kit with you to freshen up and look professional. Wet wipes and a fresh set of clothes will serve you well here. There you have it, 6 problems that beginner fixed riders should expect. They'll happen, but it's nothing that should stop you from hopping on your bike and having a good time if you know how to deal with them. Are there any other beginner fixed gear rider problems that I didn't mention that you've had? Let me know in the comments below and how you've dealt with it. If you enjoyed this video and you're new to the channel, first of all, hi. My name is Zach, and you can watch more videos like this one by bunny hopping on that subscribe button. And if you're looking for another video to watch, click the card above to check out the beginner's guide to bike commuting. And with that, I will see you all in the next video, or in that video that you may or may not have clicked.